Hello everybody and welcome to Empyrion Galactic Survival, where today I am showing you a vessel of my own creation. This is the Scorpion Explorer, which is a capital vehicle I made with the specific needs in mind of somebody just building their first capital vehicle. So it's made to be cheap, and it's made to have all the functionalities I find important in the ship. One of these things is of course that it looks nice. And it's not a total disaster to walk around in, and you feel like it's very gamey per se. I want some immersion in my my ships. So right now, let's get into the ship. The main entrance I feel like is the hangar bay. Now it does have a door at the bottom. I will demonstrate this later, but we're going to go in via this door here. As we get in, we get greeted by the small vehicle bay. It is not the largest, but it does the job. There's also the fuel tank for the jump drive. There's also a little handle here which allows you to go into a special power save mode, which I will get into a little bit more later. Now we get into a sort of central hallway with an oxygen station for you to fill up your pack, and a few doors. One of these doors leads over here, which is the crew quarters. This is a 1 or 2 person ship as far as I'm concerned, so 1 2 person, 2 people bed, so if you go with a second person in here, you better be comfortable with them. Across the hallway is the bathroom with a shower, a toilet and a sink, so you can actually store some stuff here if you would like. Yeah, I had to squeeze a little bit to get this one in, but I'm quite proud that I managed to give it a spot and didn't look super stupid. There's 2 stairways down, but we're not going to go there. We're going to go straight on first into this hallway here, or the core room, so to say. We have 2 levers here, one for the weapons, which I will demonstrate now. Nice retractable weapons on the top and on the bottom. As you can see, they work very well. On the other side, which is a power save mode intended to use during flight. If you're flying for a longer duration, turn this on. It will turn the power or production off, and several other stuff, just to make you a little bit more fuel efficient. Moving on, we get into this sort of open plan cockpit, which to the side contains the medical station, which is not very big, but it allows you to store some medication and get your health back. That's it. For any status ailments, you basically need to have some medicine in store. Moving on to the other side, we get a nice little area for your armor, and also a seat, a passenger seat, so if you do play this with a second person, they can actually sit down while flying, which is necessary for the in-game mechanics. Anyway, we're back in the main hallway, where the hangar is also, and we're going to move down. This brings us into the mess hall, where where the crew can relax, where you can make your food, which has some fridges. Here we go. No food in there right now, a bit of a bummer, but let's move on. And we move on to a bit of an engineering section. It contains the gravity drive, as you can see there, or the gravity drive, the gravity generator, and it contains 2 levers, one for the ramp and one for, once again, the power save mode. Now, the power save mode is made to turn off everything you wouldn't need when you're not in the ship. The other lever, of course, for the ramp is for you to go down planet side. I did actually hook up the door to this lever as well. The reason I went for that is because each time I'd walk past that door, it would open and close, which was driving me mad. If you find it more comfortable to just not have the door on that lever and it open and close on its own, then you can of course do that. You could also do something with sensors, but I chose not to. To the right here I have one of the production areas. It contains 4 cargo boxes, of course it's ventilated, and it contains a large constructor and a ammo box at the back. What I'm trying to demonstrate here is that you have to do a little bit of a jump in order to get to the ammo box, but you can actually check it without having to go into the ship menu, which I thought was important for my build here. What I forgot to mention so far, we'll move past this in a bit here now, but here in the engineering section you have an O2 area or an O2 storage tank and a fuel tank, which you can also check manually. Now on the other side we once again have a construction area, this time with an advanced constructor, but otherwise the construction area is the same. So again, 4 cargo boxes and a ammo box. Right. Now this is more or less the entire ship. I really had to work in order to make this still feel spacious. It's quite a squeeze to get everything in here. But yeah, now let's demonstrate not so much the interior of the ship, but how it operates. Right. So as you can see, I did actually put a fair few RCSs in here. If you want to make this cheaper, you could actually get away with removing 2 of the RCSs. They're located in between the thrusters in the ship, at the bottom of the ship. Here you see the power usage, the statistics of the ship. I won't get too much into detail of this. Basically it's got what it needs. It's got a little bit extra power generation, so you could increase it if you'd like. Or increase the amount of thrusters, I mean. And the important statistic here is the amount of sathium, neodymium and cobalt I use, which is not a lot. All sub 500 except the neodymium, which I had to keep, managed to keep below 1000. The other resources shouldn't be too difficult to find. Now here a little demonstration on how it would behave in atmosphere. Again, I went for something that felt comfortable, something I would use. So in a little bit you should see that it actually decelerates rather quickly when I do pull up. Yeah. It is also equipped with a few landing gears. Due to a little bit of an extrusion I had to make in order to make room for the thrusters, it is a little bit tricky to get them to extend on their own on a not so even surface. You see me struggle a little bit here, but I figured it would be a nice demonstration. Anyway, you can actually get it to done. Right, here I decide to turn my weapons on. I move down, turn on my away mode, which turns off the gravity generator, thrusters, all kinds of things you don't need when you're not on the ship. And I turn on my ramp so I can go outside and explore. So here we go. Now I have all I need to explore. My ship is fine, the weapons are on, and when I return it's still waiting for me. Now if you don't like this door open, you can of course manually open and close it, but you could also choose to just remove it from the logic that controls that door. So turn the levels off again, turn the power save mode off, and we are ready to fly once again. So I make my way back up. Here we go, through the oh so fine working stairways. I like the look of them too much. Turn off the weapons again. I'm around, so if I do need the weapons I can always turn them on. Get into my seat and fly away. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the design. If you have some comments regarding the design or the video I made here today, please let me know. I'm always open to feedback. This is my first capital vehicle I ever made, so it could very well need some need some improvement. So let me know if you've got any comments. Anyway, hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll see you for the next one.